This is going to be a very, very quick stream. First of all, praise be to the Most High God. The Most High God comes first. Um, if you like this stream, you can like, share, subscribe. You can also donate via PayPal. The link is in the description. This stream is brought to you by LIVE products. LIVE, live now, we're live now. Different flavors you see here. We have fruit punch right here. We have and drinks. I'm dealing with drinks for the sorrow. We also have grapefruit. And we also have in the LIV products orange, lime, and we have what else do we have? Orange, lime, and Morby, which are not seen here right now. We also have cleaning products. This here is all-purpose cleaner. We have dishwashing liquid, we have liquid detergent, and we have fabric softener. So LIV, live now. We're live now. Check it out. Don't forget to smash the like button if you're watching this, because we're going to get into it really quickly. I know you boxing fans, you boxing, big boxing fans, hardcore boxing fans. I know how y'all are. Y'all watch everything boxing, and that's cool. All right, let's get into it. Jack Catterall versus Regis Prograis, the actual fight. As my prediction, I did the prediction video, and I thought Jack Catterall would win by unanimous decision, and that's what happened, okay? Now, having said that, Regis Prograis did show me a lot in that fight. He showed me boxing skill. He showed me ability. He showed me his quickness. He showed me his sharpness. He was ready to light up Jack Catterall if Jack Catterall made a mistake. But Jack Catterall, really, really great footwork. I think the thing that really shaped this fight was Jack Catterall's footwork and how he boxed. And he stayed a lot to the weak side of Regis Prograis' power hand. He basically took away Regis Prograis' straight left. However, Regis Prograis did drop him in the fifth. Now, first of all, it wasn't really a shot that did Jack Catterall any damage. It was really a flash knockdown, but he did happen to throw that lead left, catch his shoulder, and knock him off balance. And so for that, it was ruled a knockdown. Regis was very determined. He was really sharp in there. It's just that Jack was just too good, and Regis acknowledged that Jack was good. Jack was able to establish range, was using his jab very effectively, and he was able to keep Regis at a particular range. And even when Regis tried to, with his explosiveness, close the gap, Jack had the distance, and he would simply pivot. He would pivot, and that would make Regis, chase down air, because, Jack just would pivot. And Jack respected distance. And actually, Regis knockdown in the fifth meant that the fight was much closer, right? And coming into, I believe it was the ninth round, Jack Catterall caught Regis with a shot. They were starting to throw down. And he caught Regis with a flush left hand as Regis was pivoting out the way. So he was trying to turn, and Jack caught him on the right side of his face, flush, put him down. And then Jack was able to replicate that very same shot on Regis in the very same ninth round. He dropped him twice, and some really good shots. And again, as I said before, Jack has power. He may not stop guys, but he's got power, good power. And he showed it by dropping Regis twice. So the fight went, Jack Catterall won by unanimous decision. It was a bit wide. The scorecards were a bit wide. They had 117, 108, 117, 109, some kind of thing. They were a bit wide for me, my taste. I thought it was actually a closely contested match. I thought Jack was winning the rounds, but not as many rounds as people make. Regis did win some rounds in that fight. But Jack kept it clinic. I would say the fight was more like a 9-3. Well, not even a 9-3. I think it was like an 8-4. It was like an 8-4 fight. It was a nicely contested fight in which Jack clearly won, but it was very competitive. And Regis did win some rounds, So Regis at the end of the fight said that he thought that Jack Catterall was the best fighter he had fought because he was in incredible shape. Had a great camp, and he was really pushing for, to get to his third title if he could. but Jack's just that guy, and it really is Jack's time. And Regis, at the end of the fight, spoke about retirement from boxing. He said it the fight before with Devin Haney as well. And I think if you're starting to talk about retirement, you should retire. Like seriously, you shouldn't continue. If your mind is now about, I need to. Once you say those words, once those words come out your mouth, yeah, it's about time you leave the sport. Smash the like button, people. Smash the like button. I'm not going to be here very long. I'm going to leave very soon. Now, in light of that, what's the future for Regis Prograis? Well, I think it should be retirement. That's my opinion. Of course, Regis, is up to him what he wants to do. But the fact that it came out of his mouth that he would retire, this is the second time he's done it at the end of a second fight, at the end of a second loss. I think, yeah, it's about time he packed it up and called it a day. With respect to Jack Catterall now has the world as his oyster. He's about to get into the big fights, into the big leagues. He's about to get his championship fight he's supposed to get. So whether it is he's pairing up with Liam Parrow or he's going to take on Teofimo Lopez because he won the WBO Continental belt. So he's kind of in line to face Teofimo Lopez. Whether it's Teofimo Lopez, whether it's Liam Parrow might be the one that he faces. I don't think Teo is going to take on Jack Catterall. I think Teo has zero success against fighters like Jack Catterall. Let's not forget he fought Jermaine Ortiz outboxed him. And then he also fought the Spanish kid. Guys, tell me what the Spanish kid's name is again. I can't remember his name right now. Sandor Martin. He fought Sandor Martin, and Sandor Martin dropped him twice. Twice, ladies and gentlemen. Sandor Martin. See, he don't want to. He don't want to mess with. He don't want no smoke with Jack Catterall. He doesn't. Jack Catterall is the same kind of boxer as Jermaine Ortiz, as Devin Haney, as Sandor Martin. He's the same kind of fighter, and he's southpaw. So Sandor Martin southpaw, Jermaine Ortiz fought southpaw, and Jack Catterall fights southpaw. Teofimo Lopez doesn't want no smoke with that guy, none. So I don't see Teofimo Lopez taking that fight at all. Plus, Teofimo Lopez likes the big name, so he's probably going to go for some big name person if he could. But the fact that he doesn't want to even fight Devin Haney, even after the fact that, the performance of Ryan Garcia, even though he was on PEDs, did with Devin Haney, in spite of also his weight advantage, did with Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez is still not eager to face this guy in the ring, okay? So, having said that, I think the future for Jack Catterall is somewhere with a Liam Parrow fight, a championship fight for sure. As a Liam Parrow fight. Now, there's talk, I'm not committed to it, but there's talk about Devin Haney facing Jack Catterall. If Jack Catterall faces Devin Haney, Jack Catterall would have faced 3 former world champions, right? And if he was to get a win over Devin Haney, because Jack Catterall's no joke. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now. He's no joke. Devin Haney versus Jack Catterall is going to be a tactical fight. It's going to be a very interesting fight because both guys have great knowledge in boxing. One has more championship experience than the other. But, the other guy who you say doesn't have he just beat 2 former world champions. He comprehensively beat 2 former world champions and put them down. He dropped both of them. He dropped Josh Taylor, and he also dropped Regis Prograis. So, the gulf is not that bad. And now to get that kind of experience where you're facing Devin Haney, we have to see what will happen with Jack Catterall because it could be a very entertaining fight. And this guy's on a roll. So it'd be interesting. If Devin Haney fights Jack Catterall, that is a bona fide good comeback fight. After what happened, the debacle with Ryan Garcia, that would be a tremendous fight. That would be a tremendous fight in the UK because I believe Devin Haney would go across to the UK to have that fight. So that would be a hell of a fight. I don't know because Devin Haney has no problem going into other people's lands and fighting them, right? He fought, and that fight would be huge in the UK, and therefore Devin Haney would get paid for it. And Turki Al-Ashiki seems interested in it. So that's a possible fight for Jack Catterall against a former undisputed lightweight champion, also former WBC super lightweight champion. That would be a great fight. I would love to see that. That's the kind of fights I'm looking for. You know, Richardson Hitchens versus Liam Paro in Puerto Rico is a hell of a fight as well. Those are the kinds of fights because those guys have a lot of boxing knowledge. You have to understand boxing knowledge. I like fights where fighters know what they're doing in there. You know, Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol was a great fight because both fighters know what they're doing in there. You know, they have a lot of knowledge on the sport of boxing. I like those kinds of fights. So obviously, if you tell me, you know, that Devin Haney is facing Jack Catterall, whose his name is getting bigger and bigger in the UK, I would love to see that fight. I would love to see Devin Haney versus Jack Catterall. Okay, you know, I would love to see Devin Haney rematch Ryan Garcia, even though he's a cheating son of a bitch. I would be interested in still seeing that rematch as well. So I would love to see those fights, of course. So I'm not against it. Jack Catterall right now, the world is his oyster. I don't know if he's going to pursue heavily a championship fight over a fight with Devin Haney. Devin Haney is a name in the sport of boxing. Jack Catterall was to beat Devin Haney. That changes everything, just like how Murtazaliev beat Tim Tszyu, which I just want to make a mention about Tim Tszyu versus Murtazaliev. There is something that Tim Tszyu needs to do, and it's very important he does it. He needs to get the rematches with the fighters that he lost to. I don't know if it's down the road or wherever. He needs to do that for his own personal confidence and also for him to overcome whatever it was that he dealt with. It's not good for Tim Tszyu to move on to somebody else and fight somebody else. I mean, he can do that like an interim, stay busy fight, kind of boost your confidence fight. But ultimately, in the end, he should revisit the fights with Murtazaliev and he should revisit the fight with Fundora. Because I think those things are going to nag at him until he overcomes them. Okay, so I think a rematch of Tim Tszyu versus Murtazaliev somewhere down the future, down the road, is a really good thing to happen, as well as Tim Tszyu versus Sebastian Fundora. That's something down the road that's really good. It seems apparently that Errol Spence, I don't know if he's going to be retiring or he's not retiring. I don't know. But he was supposed to face Fundora. I don't know what's going on with that. So we'll have to find out about that. This weekend, Robert Conceicao is going to be facing O'Shaquie Foster in their rematch. So that's another exciting fight to look forward to. Yes, O'Shaquie Foster comprehensively outboxed Robert Conceicao and didn't get the decision. But I do think if O'Shaquie makes it very, shall I say, he punctuates things. He stamps his authority over Conceicao. I think he's going to get back his titles, his WBC title. I'm looking forward to that fight as well. Because, again, both fighters, you know, Conceicao is a gold medalist in the Olympics. He's a good fighter. And, you know, we've seen Conceicao against many different, and he's usually hold his own. In fact, Conceicao should have had the world title at super featherweight against at lightweight or whatever weight class it is against Rolly Romero. You remember he beat Rolly Romero. He outboxed Rolly Romero. He was robbed. So, you know, boxing is an interesting thing, and we'll see how things go with that. But I am looking forward to that fight as well. Okay, a lot of you guys are coming through and watching this video. Don't forget to smash the like button. But if you don't, no problem. I'm what you need. You've been watching my channel. That's what I got to say about these things and the upcoming prospects and different fights that may happen or may not happen. I'll catch you guys later. What you need. Peace.